Okay, so I want to do a run through of the app with the updated designs, specifically around the address capture part of things, um, and go through that. Um, we'll talk you through the process. What's really critical is that the final design is going to be immovable after the next day or so, because we can't do anything with Android until iOS is not going to change anymore. Otherwise, we end up getting to the position where we're changing three things. Um, so just going to run through it. Um, you'll get the release later. For the rest of this week, I'm going to keep some sort at the back end, integrate that in there, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there. So launching to that, we've got the new logo in there. You'll notice that there's a pulsing of this icon here. If we load it up, you'll be able to see the text. We have this in here. What you will notice as well is if we go in, there's always going to be a little bit of a delay here, to get the composite image that we need. It does take a little bit of loading, so maybe just a fraction of a second. But I'll put a spinner in to account for that. Dimensions tag. There you go there. And change the colour. Now, going to the next screen is where the first animated icon's coming in. Now, they are causing a delay, which is, I don't think that great, but it all depends. I mean, there's 74 images it has to load, and it can't load it until the screen's moved. So, I'll click on it now. Now the animation starts. So you have that sort of length of delay, so you need to decide whether that's acceptable or not. Personally, I just wouldn't, I mean, yeah, it's quite nice, but it's not really adding anything. It's also taking up quite a lot of the screen, but that's really for you to decide. So go to type a message here. Okay, so we've got that here. You see we can flip it around. Just going to go back and choose a different shape. Let's put it into green. We've got a bit of animation here. Recipient's details. There was no sort of like inline validation added to it, so this is the validation we're going to need to go with, because we're not going to have time to come back and do anything clever with the with inline validation here. So I'm just going to put the recipient details in. This here will either hide it if they're not receiving email confirmation. Again, there was some slightly sort of checkbox item in the design, but that's really I don't really have an off variant for it. Also, it's just standard ways to use one of these called switches, because it has all the behaviors attached to it that allows me to link into. Done on that. So here we come to the postcode screen. I'm not really quite sure what this was supposed to do. It sort of indicates my location, but that's not really relevant when you're sending it to someone. Anyway, I'm going to put in a postcode from here. Now you do need to actually know the postcode. If you put in a postcode that it doesn't recognise, it's just going to say it can't find anything. So it's not like an inline typing thing. That does not provided by most of the services we're looking at. If you did want that, we would need to look at integrating sort of Google Places. The only problem with that is it's going to increase the cost of the development, because it's quite an in-depth integration, and also the addresses aren't entirely that accurate to match to the postcode file. So that's really something to discuss down the line if we search. You can see so now we've got the recipient's details in here. So I'm going to make this an account, so I'm going to add my password. This is it's a simulated payment. So in the email I send, I'll tell you what card details to use. It's roughly going to look like this. We can customize some of the things, but this is essentially the payment page that I've previously sent an email about. So we're just going to enter in the card details. The only thing you're going to see after this page is a something that only exists in the testing. Which I'll show you in a minute. Sorry, this is a bit slow typing when you're using a mobile device on a normal keyboard. Okay, sometimes you'll get the validation here. So we've got mountains and hills. You won't see this screen in the live version. This is just so you can simulate various outcomes. Essentially, you'll get that. So we've got that on there. You can spin it around. I haven't linked these in yet. I'll do that later on in the week. But essentially, you're then logged in and there's an account. So this is the information we've got here. We've got my tags. So see, there's the tag that was sent. Obviously, there's only one in there for the minute. It will collect them and save them, but there's some back-end stuff like the pinging of emails out that's not going to come until later on in the week. But the key thing we need to confirm here, see the pulsing going on, is we need to make sure that there are going to be no more design changes, because if there are, then you're going to need to decide what you want to do with things like animations, because I think that they're causing delays. You might find that acceptable, but that's a decision that has to come back from your end.